If you've been wondering how you can get more power on your serve and you know that you could be using your legs more efficiently, this video lesson is for you. My name is Jeff Salzenstein, the founder of Tennis Evolution, one of the leading online tennis instruction websites in the world, and I'm so blessed to bring you this video today because I would not have been able to teach you this 2 years ago. And the reason why I can teach you this lesson today is because I continue my education to learn about the serve and help players all over the world get better. Now, in this lesson today, we're going to talk about being able to load the back leg and also being able to use the front hip appropriately on the serve. Now, this is an advanced concept, and I'm going to tell you right now that I would say 90% of all players in the world, maybe higher percentage, can't do this. But guess what? If I start to give you the drills and the exercises and you're a passionate player, I believe that you can learn this over time. It's going to take some work, but you can do it. Now, if you enjoyed this lesson today, make sure you share it with others, give us a thumbs up, and make sure your notifications are turned on so you can be updated on all the latest releases here at Tennis Evolution. Now, in this lesson today, we're going to talk about loading this leg. We're going to talk about using this hip appropriately. Now, we're going to focus mainly on the platform stance. However, with the pinpoint stance, and I'm going to point out in a minute, you can do this as well. Now, here's the common problem that I see with a lot of players. Whether they have a platform stance where they jump off of both legs, or they have a pinpoint stance where they move the back foot before serving, players are not able to load their back hip appropriately. And so what happens is a player will bring this foot up and there's no weight on the back foot, all the weight's on the front foot. Or a player will be in a platform stance, and when they bend, they get all of their weight onto their front foot and not enough on the back foot. So there's not enough drive from the back leg in through the ground up into the air to hit the serve. So there's a reason for it. Most players physically can't do it. And fortunately, I'm working closely with Racket Fit. We do seminars all over the world helping players and coaches and fitness professionals and medical professionals understand how the body works. So if you're not able to load this leg, if you're not able to actually internally rotate your back hip like this to load, you're not going to be able to do this. And again, this is why a lot of players, I believe, go to the pinpoint stance because they can't load this back leg. They don't have the hip function to be able to load. A lot of players, if they do try to load, they're going to squat like this. And you see this, we call this S posture, where there's an excessive excessive curve in the low back. So when players try to load the back leg, they squat. They don't know how to pelvic tilt to get the pelvis forward like this and still load this leg. So one of the things you can do is you can actually practice unweighting the front foot and just do little mini squats like this. And you'll notice my knee is going over my toes here. A lot of players are going to collapse in like this. Also, if you lack ankle flexibility in this back ankle here, you're also maybe going to want to collapse in. So just practice doing mini squats and also practice turning. See how I'm turning into this squat like this. This is going to teach you how to load the back leg. Now notice we haven't hit any serves yet. We haven't hit any shots. We're just working on corrective exercises to load the back leg. Now we have to take it to the next step. You have to be able to use this hip appropriately. And a lot of players, again, they're not able to rotate their pelvis and they're not able to tilt their pelvis like this. They also can't lift their pelvis or their hip. So here's the trick. You want to feel like you're pushing your hip up like this towards that net post. Okay? So this hip is going to lift, but here's what happens when players try to do that. All the weight gets off of the back foot. So this is the artistry and the science behind serving efficiently. When you try to lift this hip and make it go forward, you've got to try to keep weight on the back leg. So what I advise is that players practice the mini squat with the turn like this, but then the next drill is to work on lifting this hip like this, okay, but still maintaining weight in the back leg. Okay, you can see I'm just toe tapping the front foot, but I'm keeping this hip up. This is one of the big secrets to the serve that nobody's talking about. And fortunately, again, I've learned through Racket Fit and through other experts when it comes to the human body how to break this down. So you are getting cutting information right now. So what I focus on is getting into my stance. And again, I can toss the ball and I find trophy and I see, okay, how much weight? See, I was a little bit forward there. How much weight can I get on my back foot? All right. At this point in the swing, about 50-50, but I'm still trying to raise this hip up. Okay. Do it again. And I practice that. You're going to find when you do this, when you toss the ball, you're probably going to get all of your weight to your front foot. And you're going to lose the back foot. So you really have to practice this. I advise serving into a back fence. Don't even think about the result. If you really want to drive with your legs, you've got to learn how to do this movement. If you have a pinpoint stance, you can do the same thing. You can see I can push off of my back leg here. I still have weight on my back leg, and I'm hiking my hip up like this. So let me just hit a couple serves for you. And you can see, pay attention to what I do with my legs and how I drive off of both legs and what I do with this hip and what I do with the back leg here. So when I really focus on loading the back leg, and again, this is because I physically can do it. I have the stability and the mobility in the right places in my body, even at 45 years old, almost 46 at the time of this video, because I have the mobility and the stability to do it. So you've got to train your body off the court with the right exercises to do this. I'm going to load the back leg, and I'm going to really feel this hip go up. And that felt great. So if you enjoyed this lesson today, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Share this video with others because we want to advance tennis education. We want to help instruction. We want to help players get faster with cutting edge instruction. A way deeper level than what we think you're going to find anywhere else. And this is what we're committed to here at Tennis Evolution. We want to create a revolution with Tennis Evolution. Now, we've got a free course to offer you. Click the link in the description below. It's inside the Tennis Evolution app. It's like having a coach in your pocket. Click the description link below to get started with that free course. We also have serve lessons to teach you. There are 3 myths that players are falling for. If you click somewhere in this video, you can get access to those 3 myths and the solutions as well. So let's help you get better. Make sure that your notifications are turned on so you can get updated on all the latest releases, and give us a thumbs up. It would really mean a lot to us. Thanks so much for your time today.